Last month, Swiss customs seized 40 million counterfeit watches at the Chinese border. Here's the unsettling part. Even experienced collectors couldn't tell the difference until they opened the cases. I'm going to show you something that will fundamentally change how you think about luxury, authenticity, and the global economy. Because what's happening in the luxury watch market isn't just about timepieces. It's a preview of our economic future. We're living through the most sophisticated counterfeiting revolution in human history. The numbers? Staggering. 40 million fake watches are produced every year, compared to only 30 million authentic Swiss watches. That's a 133% fake-to-real ratio. But here's what the headlines miss. This isn't about cheap knockoffs anymore. We're witnessing the rise of what experts now call super clones. Counterfeits so advanced, they use genuine Swiss movements, authentic materials, and even fool-certified watchmakers. The Swiss industry is losing 2 billion Swiss francs every year. That's 4.2% of their total sales. But the real story is what happens when a 500-year-old tradition of craftsmanship collides with the industrial might of modern China. This is economic warfare, disguised as consumer choice, the mechanics of deception. Let me walk you through the architecture of modern counterfeiting. In Guangdong Province, China's manufacturing heartland, entire industrial ecosystems now exist just to replicate luxury watches. We're talking about computer-aided manufacturing with microscopic precision, Swiss ETA movements that are stripped down and rebuilt, 3D scanning technology used to make perfect blueprints, and yes, even high-grade 904L stainless steel, the same material Rolex uses. What took Swiss craftsmen centuries to perfect? Chinese engineers reverse-engineered in less than 2 decades. This isn't just manufacturing, it's industrial espionage at scale. The economics of authenticity. Let's break down the money. The luxury watch market runs on scarcity, limited production, heritage, and exclusivity. But counterfeiting destroys that balance. A genuine Rolex Submariner retails for $8,000. A super clone, it costs just $500 to produce and sells for $1,500. That's a 200% margin, more profitable than the real thing. Compare that to Swiss manufacturers who operate on 15 to 20%. Slide into historical tone. This reminds me of Japan in the 1970s. They started with copies of Western electronics, then surpassed them with superior innovation. But here's the difference. Japan built brands. China is weaponizing authenticity itself. The global supply chain revolution. Now here's the real twist. The same factories that produce genuine components for Swiss brands are often the exact ones producing counterfeit parts. So we arrive at the authenticity paradox. When the same hands, using the same machines, with the same materials, make both the real and the fake. What defines authentic and distribution? It's equally advanced. Forwarding services like Pandabui, all fueling a parallel luxury economy, entirely outside the system. The mechanics of deception. Let me walk you through the architecture of modern counterfeiting, the technology arms race. Of course, the industry is pushing back. We now have blockchain-based authentication, embedded microchips, DNA marking of metals, quantum encrypted ownership. Records AI tools can now detect fake logos by analyzing microscopic font inconsistencies. They're over 96% accurate. But every step forward in detection just forces counterfeiters to evolve. It's a technological arms race. And if history teaches us anything, attackers often move faster than defenders. Let's look ahead. I see 3 possible futures. Scenario 1. The collapse of traditional luxury. Probability? 30%. Super clones become indistinguishable from the real thing. Luxury loses its scarcity premium. Craftsmanship fades into irrelevance. Scenario 2. The Technology Fortress. Probability, 40%. Brands create digital moats. Authentication becomes ironclad. But counterfeiting shifts into new sectors. Pharmaceuticals, aerospace, even national defense. Scenario 3. The New Equilibrium. Also 30%. A tiered system emerges. Authentic premium watches at the top, sophisticated replicas in the middle, and mass-market fakes at the bottom. Sound familiar? It's the same system that governs fashion today. But here's the broader question. If China can master Swiss watchmaking in 2 decades, what happens to German automotive engineering? To Italian leather? To French wine? The economic edge of Western luxury might be far more fragile than we think. The authenticity paradox. Here's what politicians and policymakers don't understand. You can't decouple from an ecosystem you depend on. Tariffs won't stop technology transfer. Trade wars won't stop replication. The same global supply chains that built our prosperity are now enabling perfect counterfeiting. The luxury watch industry thought it was immune. Centuries of tradition, craftsmanship, brand power. This is the truth about globalization. It's not just about goods, it's about knowledge, capability, replication, the deeper question. So let's ask the real question. In a world where anything can be copied, what does authenticity actually mean? Is it heritage, craftsmanship, exclusivity, or just a story we tell ourselves? Because the forces that are reshaping luxury today will reshape everything tomorrow. The question isn't whether China can replicate Western luxury. They already have. The question is, what happens next? What do you think? In a world where everything can be copied, what still feels authentically yours? Let me know in the comments below. If this analysis opened your eyes to the future of authenticity and global economics, you'll want to check out our next deep dives, The Death of Made in Italy and Why German Engineering Isn't German Anymore. These aren't just product stories, they're power stories. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Capital Compass, so you won't miss any future deep dives into the forces shaping our world. See you in the next video.